Back again with another Lego video. Doing some more work on the Lego City bench here. Mrs. is watching the Formula 1, so you can hear that in the background. So what have I done so far? Well, I've cut some legs. I've had my electric saw out and I've cut some legs. I've figured out the height. I built myself a wall as a template. Keeping in mind this is going to be mills plated, so as you can see, that's the height I want there. So it's pretty good. And I'm currently cutting these pieces of wood here. I've got another whole piece and a smaller section to put in here, but I've had to put some weight on it because these pieces have been outside, so they've warped slightly, only very slightly. So I'll put some weight and I'll leave that on there for a few days, just you know, get it back flat again. But it's only a couple of mil, if that. But yeah, I'm making the back section. So the back section is 1.5 base plates. If you remember the other video, I did explain I wanted a modular building and a one-way road at the top section here, rather than having just a building up to there and then the wall. I think that would look a bit daft. So I can have modular building, one-way road there. I've left a 2-stud gap for the retaining wall, which will go there, which won't just be bricks like this. I'll get some bits from Pick a Brick Wall or online and stuff like that and do a nice wall all along there. I'm not sure yet whether I want a tunnel entrance and to run a train underneath, or whether I just want a simple straight tram line coming from here going down to the seaside, because this very end section there and here will be another bit of table built here, and there'll be a seaside there. So I'm more geared to having it straight, because if you've got it straight, you don't have the corners to contend with. And if you've got track coming around there, this is all just quite simply wasted space. So I wouldn't really be able to do much for at least 4 base plates. Completely wasted. So I'm more inclined to do that backwards and forwards, and control it with a colour brick, so it's on a sensor and a timer, so it goes backwards and forwards on its own accord. Then I've left here space for, it's just a little template I made up to get the height. I've been working out some heights. That's mills plated roughly, just so I can get some heights. So another modular building can butt up to that there, and that will leave enough space. Let me get this basic base plate, but it won't be these. That's actually giving me more space, so I did that intentionally. I left free space at the back. If you watch the other video, you'll see I was explaining I wanted free space at the back to allow heat. So there's a radiator under there, but it'd be on a low temperature to slowly release heat at the back. So I've pushed this back too far, so I can just slide this forward a bit, and that will marry up with that there, like so. So I've left enough space for modular building, one-way road, wall, modular building, and this will be mills plated into a tram track here, and then another one-way road there. And if I wanted to, I could cut it off into some tunnels there for the cars, so that looked pretty cool as well. But yeah, it's all looking good so far. It's all measuring up pretty good, and I'm going to finish this front off with some beading, a nice round piece of beading, which I'll tack onto there all the way along, so it looks really neat. And then I'll paint that black, and under here, because there's a slight overhang, there will be a shower curtain neatly stapled all along there, so you won't see that under there. You'd need to come right down there to see it, but it'd be stapled along there, and that'll be level with the ground, so it tidies all that up, and that's all going to look smart and clean there. But I need to go back out now, cut some more wood and get it on here. Right, final bit going in. If my calculations are correct, that should fit perfectly on there. Slight gap, but I did cut it short intentionally so that I knew it would fit. But it doesn't matter because it's being covered up. So yeah, all I need to do now is screw the legs down, and I'm just going to let it sit there. I'm just going to screw the legs in here I don't think I'll bother putting a screw in here, but if for any reason it seems to bow slightly, I will pin it down and drive some screws through here, but I don't think it will once it's got some Lego sets up there. That'll soon weight it down, because I can actually fit 10.5 normal sized modular buildings. These are normal size, so one base plate. 10.5 across there, with another 10.5 across here. So you're looking at about 20, 21 modular buildings. But like I said, this area here is going to transition into beach, sort of curve round. That'll be the beach there, that's the plan for now anyway. But yeah, I just need to screw them down, and then I can think about actually constructing the city. So I've got those top pieces on. I've screwed down these front legs, which seem to be sitting lovely at the moment. Run a straight edge across here to try and make sure that it's not, you know, a bit wavy. So I'm going to line up a load of base plates here. I do have a bit of movement there, but I think over time, where it's warped, where it's been sat uneven outside, it's warped slightly. So I can either screw that down, which I probably will, drive a screw through there, or the weight will naturally sort that out for me. So I'm just going to lay out some base plates before I screw the back legs in, before I get too carried away, because I want to make sure that they all sit nice and flush to the edge when they're connected, and that I don't have a, you know, a wobbly line. So I'm going to lay these out now and connect them and see how it fits. Like so. If you're ever measuring with base plates, which is the best way I recommend, not to use a tape measure, actually use base plates. But don't lay them out like this and just leave it, because that won't be true. You need to connect them like this, because each time you connect, there is always a slight gap there. And if you've got a lot of base plates in a row like this, by the time you get to the other end, you'll be surprised. God, using my mouth for Lego. You'll be surprised how out it can be. So doing it this way gives you a true measurement. So I'm just going to connect to them at the ends like this, all the way along, and see how square this top raised area is. I've got the base plates up there all connected with some random bricks, and it's okay. It's a couple of mil if I push that back there, so this end's level. Let's see what it's like this end. 1 mil out, if that, I would say. But I can get away with slight, like maybe a millimetre, because this wall is actually measured perfectly. So when I build the wall, the retaining wall here, which won't look like this, of course, this is just a template, I will build the retaining wall and it will come up higher like that, just above the road, so there's a wall, and then the road here. What I do also need to do is check that I need half a base plate. When I put the buildings up here, it will be the full base plate, mills plated, over there with the building, and then the half size base plate, which is the size of the newer Lego road here. So just need to see, particularly over by this pipe, that I have the right clearance, which I do. Look at that. Beautiful. Exactly the clearance that I need. It's fitting perfectly there. And it's fitting perfectly there with the gap at the back to allow some heat escaping. And I've also let this gap because of this pipe, so I needed to take that in consideration. And that all fits perfectly along there. Now, this room used to have a Lego City in it, and the bench was all the way around here. The door was shut off, and it went all the way around here and around here. So I have had a Lego City in here before. And I explained, I think it was in the other video, that this wall used to have lots of holes in it, which I filled. There's one there, which I haven't done a very good job of. So I didn't want to do that again. I didn't want to do that. And I do remember when I built the bench in here, it was all fixed to the wall, and I totally forgot about the pipe. And that caused some big problems, so I had to cut a square out of a base plate. and then I couldn't put a building and everything there. I used to have photographs of it. If I can find them, I'll pop them up in the video, but I'm not sure if I can find them. But if I can, I'll pop it up on the screen here, and you'll see what it used to look like. But anyway, this one's looking good. So that's all measuring out right. Now I can screw down those back legs there. All I've done is just put one screw through just to hold it in place. Yeah, the main construction's looking good. It's nice and solid. So, let's get some modular buildings. I've only got 3. One, where are they? 1, 2. I'm missing one. Where is it? Where's it gone? That's ridiculous. Can anyone see it? Oh, I know I have 3. Oh, in the back there. I got one there. So we're going to get these up on the bench. Get some base plates out just to try and make it look a bit more Lego-y. Probably thinking, if he had a Lego city before, why has he only got 3 modulars? That's because I sold them all. Because I was stupid. I went through a divorce a few years back. And I went into a bit of a sulk, let's put it that way. And I decided, don't want to do anything anymore. I'm selling it all. And, well, here I am again, starting back up. So, that's why I've only got 3. I do have a fair few sections of this, but for the life of me, I cannot find it. So I'm going through all these boxes. So far I found this, which is not half the road, but look at that. It fits perfectly. So things can be changed. So this is all temporary. Things might change in the future, but I've got to start getting some stuff on here. Got to start making a city. So I'm just placing some bits as I find them up here. This is all got to be mills plated as well, because when these are mills plated, it's going to be higher, and then I can merge it and incorporate these plates into these city sets here, into these modular buildings. And the light switch is there, which is a bit annoying, because when I build the bench, which comes approximately here, I'm not going to be able to reach it, so I need to make a little stick with a rubbery point on the end. So when I come in, I can just go click with a light like that. I've discovered that the taller sets will probably be on the top section and the lower ones at the bottom. I tried this one down here, but it's too tall. It doesn't look right and you can't see the road properly. So yeah, the taller ones are going to be on the top tier. And I've just been playing around to see if it fits again. I'm constantly checking. It's all fitting lovely. The sizes are right. There's my retaining wall, look. Temporary template one, which will sit in there. It will freestand like that. So when I've got the parts and built the wall, it will be all in different panels as it goes along here. And I'm thinking, you know, if you imagine that like that, just a simple wall like so, tiled at the top. I might put some flower boxes on the top and things later on, but that's the type of thing that I'm aiming for. And as you can see, you can't see around there anyway. So this is where you're going to be standing. That's the view you're going to get. So yeah, these white lines will be removed as well. It's going to be a plain road because it's a one-way system. This is just not wide enough for decent vehicles. And I want some nice vehicles, so I'm going to do a one-way system. And probably have vehicles driving that way here. And down here, vehicles driving this way. Yes, I'm definitely going to get rid of those white lines. I'll keep the crossings in, where people want to cross. Add some details, lights, you know, crossings, lights, traffic lights, things like that. Place a vehicle on the road now. And you can see what I mean. You can get away with it. I mean, but it's very close. I think it looks a bit silly. So if you want chunky vehicles like this, then going to remove those. So it's a one-way system, and I think that's more realistic. Preference, personal preference really, but yeah, one-way road like that. So there's one vehicle there, because that's quite a wide one. I think that's an 8 stud, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this would be an 8 stud. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so this is an 8 stud vehicle. If you've got 6 stud vehicles, you'd probably get away with it, but 8 stud, not so. I mean, it's not going to turn there, is it, if it wanted to turn, but there it would, you know, more realistic. So definitely a one-way road there. So that's the bench all built. It's all screwed down. It's all ready to start Lego building now. I'm happy with it, and I need to find some more of that road, which is in some of these boxes. So whilst I'm doing that, I'll leave you with this video, and I'll upload another one soon once I've had a bit of a tidy up. And we get this curtain at the front there, because it does look pants like that. And yeah, I'll get some more road up and try and get some more bits out and make this look a bit more exciting.